Kano is now facing a new wave of fear. Communities that once enjoyed relative peace are suddenly battling rising attacks, kidnappings, and midnight raids from bandits believed to be crossing in from neighboring states. In Sawa and Shaunu local government areas, families are no longer sleeping in their homes at night. Mothers are crying, youths are angry, and the entire region is on edge. If you are watching, please like this video and subscribe. Today, we are analyzing down what happened, what it means, and the bigger national picture behind this growing crisis. Now, let us look at this clearly. The latest reports from the affected communities paint a heartbreaking picture. Several individuals have been kidnapped in recent weeks. Some have been killed. Entire families have been taken away at once. 9 members from a single household kidnapped just last week. One woman, Hajia Halimutu, spoke out in tears, explaining that her sister was abducted and that the bandits contacted her husband demanding 10 million naira for her release. She said, "They have contacted her husband that he should bring 10 million naira. If not, nothing can happen to her. The government should help us." Another woman narrated how her child is still in the hands of the bandits and she has been living every day with fear and uncertainty. If you are watching, please like this video and subscribe.
With the attacks increasing, the youths in the community say they are ready to volunteer themselves to fight. They say the security agencies are not doing enough and that the situation is quickly slipping beyond control. One youth explained, "We are in a serious problem in this community. Last week, 9 members of our family were kidnapped. We told the security people that we are ready to go with them to bring our people back, but they refused." The people say bandits enter from neighboring states, carry out their attacks, and disappear before daylight. They do not stay, they do not hide, they strike and vanish. Amid the panic and anger, Governor Abba Yusuf visited the affected communities, assuring residents that the government stands with them. He called the crisis a cancer that must be treated collectively. Another angle to this issue is the intervention from the military. The commander of the 3rd Brigade of the Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Awuku, revealed that the Chief of Army Staff has approved a new forward operating base in the area, an indication that the federal authorities recognize the seriousness of the threat. My viewers, if you are following this breakdown, please like the video and subscribe. Yet, despite these assurances, the people say they still sleep elsewhere at night, only returning to their homes in the daytime and fleeing again once darkness falls. This is the new reality.
Now, let us break down the deeper angles. Legally, the governors and security chiefs have a constitutional responsibility to protect lives and property. Rural communities, regardless of population size, are not supposed to be open hunting grounds for bandits. The recurring incidents in Kano raise questions about intelligence gathering, border security, and the operational effectiveness of the security units deployed to these areas. Another angle to this issue is the demand for ransom. Kidnapping for ransom is illegal, yet it has become a business model for armed groups in the north. 10 million naira demands are becoming normalized, and victims' families are left to negotiate with criminals with no state protection. Socially, this is tearing communities apart. Fear is rewriting cultural patterns. Homes are abandoned at night, families are displaced, and normal life is collapsing. Politically, the situation puts enormous pressure on the state government. With elections always looming somewhere in Nigeria, citizens judge their leaders based on security outcomes. For Governor Abba Yusuf, this is a defining test of leadership. If you value balanced analysis, kindly subscribe. Now, we must connect this to the wider Nigeria situation. What is happening in Kano is not isolated. It is part of a nationwide struggle against insecurity. Banditry in the northwest, kidnappings in the North Central, terrorism in the Northeast, and rising tension across rural communities. Nigeria is currently dealing with growing insecurity that limits farming, trading, and daily survival, political tensions between states, regions, and federal authorities, economic hardship that makes it easier for criminals to recruit, youth frustration as unemployment rises, and ethnic and regional sentiments that deepen distrust among communities. And in all of this, rural communities suffer the most. The people of Sawa and Shaunu say they cannot sleep in their houses. They fear the night. They fear the sound of motorcycles. They fear footsteps. This is not just insecurity. It is a psychological war. Please like this video and subscribe.
Let us come closer to the human reality. Imagine the mother whose child has been taken. Every passing hour feels like a year. Every phone ring comes with fear. She does not know if her child has eaten. She does not know if they are safe. She does not know if the bandits will call again. Supporters of the government say the new FOB and the governor's visit are signs of progress. They believe help is finally coming. Critics, however, argue that this crisis has gone on for too long. They say the people should not have waited for this level of suffering before decisive action was taken. The youths are angry, the elders are worried, and the women carry the emotional weight, praying, crying, hoping. My viewers, if you are following this breakdown, please like the video and subscribe. From the government's angle, the situation is complex. The governor is trying to reassure the people. His message is that insecurity is a national cancer, a deep problem that cannot be solved overnight, but one that can be tackled with coordinated effort. The military's perspective also makes sense from a strategic standpoint. Establishing a forward operating base means troops will now be stationed within the area instead of coming from distant locations. This reduces response time and increases surveillance capacity. The government may argue that the attacks are cross-border in nature, with bandits using the boundaries between states as escape routes. Therefore, operations require coordination among several state commands. However, despite these justifications, the public needs clear results. They need visible reduction in attacks. They need to feel safe again. Please like this video and subscribe.
Now let us look forward. First, the establishment of a new military base means more equipment, more personnel, and more patrols. If properly implemented, this could drastically reduce the movement of bandits. Second, the governor's involvement may push security agencies to intensify operations. Third, the community may begin to regain confidence, but only if they see results. On the political front, insecurity will remain a central topic in Kano's governance and public discourse. Criticism will continue if improvement is slow. Support will grow if results are visible. Internationally, rising insecurity in northern Nigeria affects investment, aid programs, and regional stability. Economically, farmers in these areas may abandon their farmlands, which could worsen food shortages. Finally, if the government does not act fast, youths may resort to self-defense groups. And when communities start taking the law into their own hands, the cycle of violence becomes even harder to control. My viewers, if you are following this breakdown, please like the video and subscribe. In the end, what the people of Sawa and Shaunu want is simple: safety, sleep, peace, and the return of their loved ones. They want their homes back, they want their dignity back, and they want their leaders to protect them.